This is TransAmerica, a fast-paced track-laying game for 2 to 6 players. In TransAmerica, players connect cities by tracks and create massive track networks. You win by having the most points at the end of the game, kept by connecting your cities faster than your opponents. To start a round, beginning with the starting player and going clockwise, each player places their start marker on any junction they'd like, which becomes the start of each player's track network. Beginning with the starting player, each player lays track onto the board. Track must always be laid adjacent to either your start marker or a track network that eventually connects to your start marker. On your turn, you may lay 1 or 2 tracks on unoccupied single lines, or you may lay 1 track on an unoccupied double line. After laying track, play proceeds clockwise. The round ends when one player has connected tracks between all the cities on their cards. Now, all other players count up the closest path left that they would have needed in order to connect their cities, counting 1 for each single line and 2 for each double. Add those points together, and this becomes the amount of points each player loses. Move your locomotive down equal to that number. Now, begin a new round by removing everything from the board, except the pieces here, and pass the starting player card clockwise. If after the second round, the player with the least points has 4 or more, move the barrier to the right, so it's 2 spaces from the player with the least points. The game continues until the end of a round where one player's locomotive has passed the barrier. The player with the most points wins the game. Ready to play? Place the game board in the center of the table. Place 1 track here and the remaining nearby. Each player chooses a color and takes their matching start marker and locomotive, placing the locomotive here. Shuffle the cards onto the board. Then each player takes 1 card of each color. Set the remaining cards nearby. The starting player takes the starting player card and goes first. If you like TransAmerica, you might also like Ticket to Ride, a classic train game from Days of Wonder. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking it and subscribing to The Rules Girl for more rules videos.